rolled off. This thing is filtered at 100 seconds, so it's rolled off in 100 seconds and above. But that's the noise that's very frustrating for broadband instruments at horizontal broadband instruments. Now I'm going to show you the same curve for this fluid instrument, which by the way is called FMES, or fluid mass electrolytic seismometer. And you can see the noise is a bit higher, but not dramatically.
No.
And so, you know, comparing an instrument that you can build out of the hardware store with a Garral horizontal, the performance is pretty darn good.
Mm-hmm.
And you're calling this a fluid mass?
Electrolytic seismometer. It's the mechanism by which the fluid level is measured is electrolytic.
And so do you have documentation of this design on a website, or?
Well, it's, you know, interestingly enough, this design is nearly 10 years old, and there has been very little interest in it. Probably hasn't been promoted very well. And I got into the force balance verticals and kind of dropped it. In fact, I just fired one up the other day. But yes, the information is available, and Brett has actually done a numerical model of it, which will allow some optimization of the design. And you know, you can make this, you could improve the performance possibly by making it longer. This one was made to be very compact and easy to use. And it has to be covered, you know, it has to be insulated well, as all broadband instruments do. And so, you know, 2 inches of styrofoam is essential, and a good sight is essential. You can't put it in a building where people are walking around, because the tilt, just due to the weight of the people, will add to the noise dramatically, as it is with all horizontals.
Can you make a mental note to send a link to some of the documentation?
Sure, you can do that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, what I'll do, Kay, is I will post that. I've got a package that I made a long time ago that has stuff in it, and I think it's on my website actually, but I will post a link to that on the PSN list.
When this is, everything like this is totally public domain, and we will get it to you if you want it.
So,
Nothing I do is, nothing I do for myself is in any way limited, proprietary. The idea is that in the context of PSN, it's available to everyone.
so in that note, I just waved at Larry, and Larry says he has a spot to put everything on his site.
Oh, okay.
So if you guys would be kind enough to email it to Larry, it'll end up being posted
Okay.
to the
Okay.
PSN site.
We'll do that.
Or if you already have it on a website, just give me the link and I can link it.
I'm not a website guy.
The practical problem is I have to find where on my computer I have that stashed.
Yeah, well, you know, we all have stuff to do when we go home, but somewhere in the next 30 days, if you can remember it, just email it to Larry.
Cool.
Okay, this is a force balance, a vertical seismometer. This is on the order of Dave's, Nelson's, and Brett Nordgren's design. It's a little bit bigger, and at the time I started this, all of the documentation that's available now was available, so I had to, I think I just started with isometric drawing and then kind of scaled everything from that. So it probably took more than a year to get all of the drawings set, and I used the FEM software to design the magnet and test that out, and also the capacitor, I checked that out, and so it was a lot of fun just going through all the details. And a few months ago I was able to pick up an earthquake just about halfway around the world, so that was quite impressive. Very sensitive.
Yeah, that's based on the Inyo design? It looks
Yeah,
like
right,
it.
yeah, that's the Inyo. It's a little bit bigger than the Inyo.